Good morning, YouTube family. This is Iris. I garden in Zone 6A, upstate New York. We are post the blizzard of 2022, and some of my garden was fine, but then some of my garden did not weather very well, and particularly my arborvitaes. So I've had these guys since they were babies, and the weight of the snow, if some of you saw my video, just toppled them over. We thought maybe we could re-establish them. Well, we originally hoped that they would bounce back, but they completely tipped over. The butterfly bushes did pretty good, but my arborvitaes over here are having a challenge because of the weight that the snow placed on them. So resistant, resilient, very good babies to me. As many of you know, this is our natural fence, privacy fence. So I'm very concerned. We'd hope that they, would have had some buoyancy. And this is much better than what they were, but it's evident they've been through something. So, and then our other evergreens, there's some work that will need to be done for sure. So I'm just taking a walk through today. We tried to lessen the snow weight earlier in the storm, but once it was down, there was no lifting these bad boys up. So we'll see how it goes. If I hadn't posted on YouTube, I will post the video for the storm, but this is what the garden looks like for me in the month of January in Garden Zone 6A. I did empty my container pots, so they weren't full of soil plus holding weight of snow through the winter. So I'll let you know how they survive. But here I tried to place the container on perhaps a first year hydrangea. It'll be very interesting because my intent was to put this container on top of that hydrangea because it was her first year. And if I recall correctly, it was a sale from Lowe's, the Easter hydrangeas. So those were interior hydrangeas. The sky pencil hollies kind of did pretty good. I'm grateful for those posts that helped them weather the wind portion. The arbor, kept its footing. I'm grateful for that. The garden itself didn't close down as I'd hoped. Literally just started picking up the greenhouse. So the type of organic filler that we used was, tree stumps and stuff like that. So over time, the dirt settles the soil settles, and then you really need to just stay on top of it. I think also this year I'm going to use hay instead of this covering that I used. So you can see the kale and rhubarb, and this is a lettuce. So I'm very curious if they're just frozen in place or will have some comeback. I will have to cut back all of the asparagus, which that'll be interesting because you clean up in the spring anyway, but the weight of the snow really took a toll on everybody. So this is what we look like, not just during the month of September, the month of January, but also post-storm. So I'm very grateful that the bulk of my garden is hardy, but I'm concerned about these guys. And then over here, again, hardy, but again, have to let them determine what their recoil will be like over here. This is mostly a perennial garden, so I am not that concerned here. And it's direct sun. These guys have been really good to me. This will be their second or third season in this location. But that storm shook my babies. This is truly our natural perimeter barrier. It's part of our privacy fence. We didn't want to be enclosed by wood all around our property. We wanted greenery, so I'm a little sad. And then we've talked previously about the hydrangeas. Again, these are macrophilia, tomato. But we had a snowstorm right before Thanksgiving that pushed them down. And now this Christmas storm, yeah, I don't know how many old barks we'll be able to keep, because I'm definitely gonna cut back any breakage, right? So anything that snap, crackle, pop, I wanna, trim up and shape and help it recover. So this might be a green year for it, but I will fertilize it in a hardy fashion so that they can come back. But my garden truly is asleep. Asleep, and gratefully so. So hopefully, but it looks like my shade garden is really going to be different this year. I don't think it just did a little bit on the railing. But I think that this will look completely different come spring. We'll make some decisions about that. But the garden is definitely asleep still. So for those of you that are in this garden zone, this is when nature asks us to show our best character, right? Thank goodness the garden is sleeping, and then we'll adapt accordingly. Have a great day. Get ready. The season will be here before you know it. Bye-bye.